Well, thank you all so much for being here. And was that a hell of a speech or what? That was, man. That was a good way to start it off. You know, I didn't know exactly what the president would put in that speech, and I hoped to myself that he wasn't going to hold back. And, sir, you didn't hold back. That was a hell of a way to start the next 4 years. But I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, and I know I speak for the president and for all of us, thank you, thank you, thank you for making this possible. We love you. We wouldn't be here without you, and we're going to make America great again together for the next 4 years.
So the inauguration is basically, I thought.
And the last thing I'll say is, you know, having stood outside for about 5 minutes to wave goodbye to the Bidens, thank God we moved that thing indoors because it was a beautiful ceremony and it was cold as hell outside. So, sir, the 45th and 47th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Oh, he's coming to speak, bro. All right.
No, he's right. I looked. I said, "Oh, look
this is
at
after
this
the win
beautiful
and
sunny day."
people with the ding.
We blew it. We blew it, and then I went outside and we were freezing. You would have been very unhappy. The sun was very deceptive, I will tell you. It is cold out. And I'm sort of saying, you know, that was so beautiful today. Maybe they should do it there every 4 years. Does that make sense? I don't know. Because,
that's
you know,
a good
the
idea. I
outdoor
was
thing
thinking the
is
same
really
thing while we
good,
were
but it
there.
gets a little cold around this time of the year, as some people have noticed.
Yeah.
And a lot of
looks
times
like I'm
they
in the White
suffer
House,
through it.
so.
There was no suffering in that room. It was 72 degrees. It was perfect with the best acoustics I think I've ever heard in a room. This is not so
That's
bad
what I'm
either.
saying. I was saying the same thing.
But I just want to say, you're a younger, far more beautiful audience that I just spoke to, and I want to keep it off the record. I want to keep that off the record because I don't want to have all those big shots up there. I don't want to think you're more powerful than them. You look better than them, and I love you.
Man, we was rooting for you, man.
Now, we just had a great time. We just had a great day.
Now you're president. You have to worry about
we took a
the
journey. I mentioned in the speech, a lot of people said that was not a journey that was possible, and it was indeed possible. I didn't really know too much about what they were saying when they said that, but a lot of people felt it. And we hooked up with JD very early. I watched JD over a period of time. I endorsed him in Ohio. He was a great senator.
This is like right at, like in the White House.
Very smart. The only one smarter than him was his wife.
They did all that.
I would have chosen her, but somehow the line of succession didn't work that way.
This is now like after being sworn in as president.
This is a great, beautiful couple and unbelievable career. I just said to him, "You are very upwardly mobile," because he hasn't been doing it that long, but he picked it up so quickly. Remember, the first week was a little bit like the fake news was hitting him really hard. And I said, "Ooh, this may be tough."
He's speaking. This is live,
after that,
bro.
it was smooth sailing for him. He took on everybody. He took on the meanest. I don't want to use the word corrupt because we're into a new system. So let's wait till the corruption begins, because it will. But he took on some pretty mean people, and he handled it well. I want to also congratulate Mike Johnson for the job that he's doing.
We handled it well. Thank you. I'm pleased to thank you.
See, we gave him a majority of almost nothing.
They tried to.
And then I said to make it tougher on him, let me take 2 or 3 of the people, right?
Like.
I said he'll only have to suffer with that for about 3 months. How are they doing, by the way? Are they is that moving along?
While I was streaming, and made billions.
I said, do you mind if I take this one, that one, and a couple of others?
And then somebody tries to come into our stream.
No, he's a man that's liked by everybody. I've never met a man like this. You've got how many is it, 219 or 220?
I held on to it, bro.
220.
And
of the 220, 219 really like him. I noticed he got 1 negative vote once about 2 weeks ago. But I think even 220 like him, if you want to know the truth. And that's very unusual.
Because he's going to
I know a lot of
looks
nice
like the
guys
White House,
in
I'm
Congress,
telling
and they have
you.
35 people that
hard
hate
to
him.
explain.
So if you have 35 people that hate you and you only have 1 or 2 or 3 votes, you'll have 5.
When I got to get here, when I come
that's going to be like, the good news is when we get to that 5 number, it's going to feel like a massive majority.
Yes, exactly.
You could be really nasty to a couple of them at least. It's going to feel like hitting your head on the wall and stopping. It feels so good to stop, but he's done a fantastic job. And Steve Scalise is, he's our hero because, you know, I was
Thank you.
You talk about being shot. I was with him. He got some bad ones, and his incredible wife, and she really loves him. You know, you never know about that. I've been with other people. They were doing poorly, and the wife is like looking at her watch. She can't get out of the hospital fast enough. How's he doing? Oh, I don't know. He's all right. That woman was a mess.
Yes.
She was crying and crying. No, they're going to take him. They're going to take him. I told Steve when he finally woke up, it was a while too. The doctor told me it was the most blood they've ever transfused in any patient. They've never done it.
Oh man, I don't do blood, man.
And here he is, the picture of strength, right? And he's been a great friend.
I know it's blood.
With a family, because of a family.
I want the same.
And what a job you did. It worked out pretty much better than we even thought, right? And I did have a couple of things, you know, to say that were extremely controversial. And Melania. And anybody else that heard, please, sir, it's such a beautiful, unifying speech. Please, sir, don't say these things. I said, I'm telling you, it's going to play great. He said, you're right. For this group of people, it's going to play great. You're the only ones I heard, but we had some beauties, didn't we, Melania? She said, sir, calls me sir when she's angry. I said, no. No, I'm only kidding. I better say I'm only kidding, and the press is going to pick that one up loud. No, but she said, no, I think it would be terrible. It's such a nice speech. I think it's, you know, it all depends on your delivery. How was the delivery? Was it good?
It was good. It was
She
good.
said it's such a beautiful.
My brother.
Such a beautiful
My
speech.
brother
You
Trump.
put things in there that you
Man.
put in. And I was going
Dude,
to talk about
it was good, but it
J6
wasn't the true you
hostages.
because you had to propose in front of all these people.
Because, you know,
Now
it's
you're
action,
president
not
and there's no
words that
worries
count.
now, no more worries.
And you're going to see a lot of action on the J6 house. And I was going to talk
Come on,
about
war.
the things that Joe did today with the pardons of people that were very, very guilty of very bad crimes, like the Unselect Committee of Political Thugs.
I don't bring that to my
They
people.
literally, I mean, what they did is
It's
they
bad news,
destroyed
bro.
and deleted
Please.
all
I'm not mad at you. I'm just saying
information,
that
all the
they're delicate
hearings.
years.
Practically not a thing left. They deleted all the information on Nancy Pelosi having turned down the offer of 10,000 soldiers. You wouldn't have needed 10,000. You could have had 500, and it would have stopped. Because we may have had 1 million people that day, the people that were there. You don't see any photographs, but we have a lot of great photos. But you don't see those photographs. They don't put them in. They show the people at the Capitol. But I was talking about that. I was going to talk about that. They said, please don't bring that up right now. You can bring it up tomorrow. I said, how about now in front of the I'll bring it up right now. You know, this little time delay is good because we're getting great reviews on the speech. Now watch. They'll take the speech and say, I didn't like it because he left there and he's talked to
I
people.
never talk down on
We're
you.
giving you a little more
I don't never talk
information.
down on us, man.
No.
Come on, man.
They pardoned a lot of people. They pardoned before we even
It's
get
Martin
to today.
Luther
they
King
pardoned,
Day, bro.
What is it, 33
It's a good day.
murderers? Absolute
It
murderers,
was a
the
good
worst
day.
murderers. You know, when you get the death sentence in the United States, you have to be bad because they don't give it much. And he pardoned almost everybody having a death sentence. And if you went through the crimes that were committed, you wouldn't even believe them. The level of violence.
LOL.
The people
Bro,
that were killed,
you know, I
the
know he's
innocents
just
of the
commander in
people
chief.
that were
I just
killed,
can't
the
get
children
involved
killed
with the
by
words
these
that,
people, and he pardoned
man.
them for whatever
I'm
reason.
with life.
He spared them, and but they didn't spare the people that they killed. And you know, who knows what happens in the future? It's one of the worst because a lot of times they let them out early. After that, you know, they say you're going to be in for life, but then all of a sudden they get let out for good behavior, and then they go on a rampage. You know, it's one of those little things, right? But I was going to talk about that. But I was really going to talk about the level of, you know, what's going on. Why are we doing this? Why are we trying to help a guy like Milley? Why are we
Dude,
doing
remember,
Benjamin Spartan? What he said.
what is the reason of
What he
living?
said. Why are we helping some of the people?
The
Why are we
reason of
helping
living
Liz
is
Cheney?
awesome
Liz Cheney
because
is a
we're
disaster. She's a crying
being in
lunatic
life
and
is
crying,
a miracle.
crying Adam Kinzinger. He's a super crying. I never saw the guy not crying. He's always crying. I looked at him. I remember years ago he was actually on my side. And then one day, you know, when you don't want to kill people in wars, they turn against you. Liz Cheney hated the
Guys,
concept
I
of-
told you, in the future,
not going
time
to
and
war with
space, all
everybody.
you
Let's
got,
kill everybody.
everyone,
Let's spend a
ladies
lot
and
of money on
gentlemen,
military
brothers and sisters.
You know where her father
I'm not,
works, right?
I'm with
And,
Trump, but when they talk
what
about
she did
war,
was incredible.
I'm just,
Think of it. They
I'm
destroyed
blanked out,
and
bro.
deleted all of that information.
because,
that
or
went from
death, or you know that, because
against
I'm
her.
never gonna put you in
The reason
danger
they
or
did,
speak of
because it
danger
was
to you
all
guys.
false.
So that's why I'm trying to tell you
Said I
that
tried to
you're probably not
spy.
gonna be seeing me doing these political
Secret
things
Service
often.
agent. That's one of the
Now
toughest
that
human beings
I'm not,
I've ever seen.
obviously we
I
want,
actually had a friend
we're with the presidency,
saying, "Please don't
and
change that suit. You are
that's
the
the
coolest
case.
sucker in
That is
history."
the Hillsong Church.
Remember she said,
They
"I put
prayed
my
so
hands around
much.
his neck
Everybody out
because he
there,
would go to the Capitol." It was made
So,
up fiction.
like that's
And I
who,
was rebuffed.
like we are.
And the guy on the right is a massive weightlifter.
Making America great
Probably
again,
stronger than
and
me. Do you think he's stronger than me, honey? You
when
know
I'm
what
older, in
talking
like 20 or 30 years, and my
Possibly
hair is
stronger
getting
than
wider and stuff
Slightly
like that,
younger
and you
than
have
me,
footage
like,
of
I
me
won't say how
speaking about the
many
legendary
years,
moment
because I
that
don't want to talk about that, but a lot of years.
Trump became
But I had a friend
president,
that said, "Why are
and you have it
disputing
here,
that
and it's
story?
like,
That's the coolest story I've ever
you
heard."
have me.
That I would attack a karate champion, get slightly rebuffed, and then
I'm
throw
not
my
doing.
arms
I'm
around the guy with a neck
Hispanic,
about
bro.
this
I mean,
big.
I'm not. In fact,
Even though
I'm
there
an-
are bars, you know,
dude,
there are
I'm not gonna-
bars, you
I'm
can't
gonna-
really
my
do that
passport,
anyway, so,
dude, it's I'm
so I wanted
American,
to talk
bro.
about that, but
Just because I
all of
travel
that
the
stuff
world
got
doesn't
deleted.
mean I
And the
use
reason it
different
got deleted
passports.
is they were all caught in lies. You know, Secret Service testified, and they said it didn't happen. Actually, the two guys were pretty.
Remember when they had to get involved, the Secret Service, and then got involved
Did Trump really
helping
do that to
me
you?
because the tech
But they gave
that
no
these guys
respect
tried
for me.
to
But it was just
intrude on
make-believe
just
stuff,
a
and there were a lot
random
of
stream,
make-believe
and it
stories,
was
man.
mine. And I'm looking
So
at
rather
Theo
than
Vaughn
suffer
interviewed
the
Donald
wrath,
Trump, and
like
somebody
Mr.
hacks our stream.
Nancy Pelosi, I offered
Dude, in the end,
10,000 soldiers. She knows
I'm so
that she
thankful
admitted it
that
on tape.
we got
Her daughter made
they
it. She
cared
said,
for us, bro,
"Videographer,"
because
or
they saw
whatever you
that
call her.
truly that
Which
I'm just a
led to
church
this.
going man that
Which you can't
enjoys
be
life
upset
every
with
single
Nancy.
day. And they did it to
Nancy
me.
said
I'm like
it
a
was
hero.
my
That's what she was talking about in the
responsibility.
beginning.
As
She's like, I
she's
can
leading
be
the
your
Capitol, she
hero,
said,
lady.
"Anyone,
So
she's in charge of security
all we
at the
want
Capitol." But I
is
offered them
the best for them. No
up to
worries,
10,000 soldiers,
no
even more. One
danger.
time I
Don't
said
feel
4,
danger. I hope the
but
Secret Service has
you needed
nothing
400 or
to
500,
worry
4 or
about
5, you
ever.
10,000, that'd be more
If
than
you
the number
do
of people
in these times,
by a lot. But we offered
like I never asked that.
10,000,
I
think of
always
it,
want y'all to
10,000
be in
soldiers.
like
In other words,
like
J6 would be
cuddly
J6, there
cuddly
would have been no
condition.
J6.
You know what I'm saying? Like
She
everybody.
didn't like it. No,
I don't
she
want you
didn't like
just
it.
like having a
Maybe she
blanket
wanted
on you.
that to happen.
Everybody,
But she's
everybody.
guilty as
You
hell.
know, like even
And now
like
We
everyone.
would have to go through
So,
the process because they
that's what I want for you
destroyed
guys. I don't
all
want
evidence.
y'all to
They
worry.
deleted everything. There's virtually nothing left. The other fake story and so many other fake stories. And many people came out on our side, and those people now would gotta find them. There's nothing left. So that's a criminal offense. If that were a civil case, it would be a criminal offense. If
Go
that
back to
were-
Good
if that
Vibration for
happened
winning,
civilly
bro.
where you did that, it would be a criminal offense. So I decided I'm not going to make this speech complicated. I'm going to make it beautiful. I'm going to make
Thank
it
you, bro.
a
Please.
unifying speech. And then when they said we have a group of people that are serious Trump fans, I said this is the time to tell those stories.
Well, please, actually, you know, it's all about the good vibrations. Come on, you're getting into the war.
But seriously, I'd like to.
in mind.
I think it was a tremendous success. I think we're very lucky we put
Thing
it
is that it's
aside because
PTSD.
it is really cold. We just went to the helicopter out of respect to something that's taken place for a long time. I guess
Grace
it's as
in
old as
your mind.
helicopters. You used to get into a stagecoach. Now you get into a helicopter. Times change, but it's pretty old custom, and it's a beautiful custom. Actually, it's a beautiful custom. I wish we could have had a better relationship. I wish we could have had a better relationship between Republicans and Democrats. I was with
That's a good choice.
Chuck, I think it's time
There
we
shouldn't
all
be
start getting a vote a little
separatism
bit
in
because it doesn't
voting.
make
Like
sense.
there shouldn't be different
I mean, we
people.
literally never
Not
get a
just not
Democrat
people. I'm
vote,
talking
they
about
never get a
parties.
Republican vote,
Like
almost.
you're against each other and
And,
stuff like that. I don't want any of
there's a
y'all
bill
against each
coming
other.
up very
Obviously,
shortly
we
that we have a
all
lot of
they all want to
Democrat
be
gonna be
president and have good backgrounds and stuff like that.
Beautiful bill. We're gonna have
But
an
it shouldn't
assembly, I
be
would
like
say, within a
these
week or so.
whole group is against this whole
And
group.
it's
It's
gonna
just
be a very good bill.
3 people or 4
You all
people
know what
running
I'm
for
talking about.
presidency.
So, I just want to thank you all for being
So-
here. You have been our fans from day one. All these people all over. You've been our fans. This has been there's never been anything like it. There's never been anything like it. This has been a movement like no movement ever in history for probably any country, let alone this country. You know, if somebody's running for president, and if they go out and they announce they're going to Arizona, they're going to Nevada, they're going to someplace, if you have 200 or 300 people, that would be standard. Ronald Reagan would go out. I mean, outside of the last couple of days where people get a little excited, but even then you have a couple of thousand people. But if you're going to go someplace, any one of the swing states, any one of the other states, I mean, how about the non-swing states? We won Alabama by 48 points. We won Tennessee by massive numbers. Wyoming, we won by numbers that are, nobody's ever seen numbers.
That's amazing.
And, you know, places like California, we did great, but when they send out like 38 million ballots, nobody knows where the hell they're sending them, and then they come pouring back, the whole thing. You know, they passed a law in California that if you work in an election bureau, and if you so much as ask for a voter ID, if you say, sir, ma'am, could I please look at your voter ID? They have the right to put you in jail. You're a criminal. Can you believe that? There's only one reason that happens. They want to cheat. So they had it where voter ID wasn't accepted. But now if you even
brothers
ask
and
for it, this is
sisters, if you
seriously
really,
a bill that was
like,
just signed,
dude,
passed it
I mean,
in their
all, like, all
legislature.
this,
And
like the fact,
it was
dude,
signed.
please.
And I think when we get things cleaned up and we
Goodness,
get back to
bro.
a little bit of normalcy, I'm going to ask the speaker to really get involved because I think we would have won the state of California.
This is just a rare
You know,
event
if you look
because
at
you're
my
not going to
numbers
be,
with
if the
Hispanic,
rest of,
we're
I mean,
56%.
there's not going to be an
We were
everyday
winning- we
announcement
won the
about the
Texas
Trump thing
border
every day.
that had never been
Like every
won
time he speaks.
As the
So
governor said,
I'm here, I'm just like,
by the way, of Texas, but as the governor said, it hasn't. Oh, did I get lucky?
tonight you got lucky.
Supposing I said,
I feel like I got
but
lucky.
the governor of Texas has done a terrible job. Wow, look at you. You mean we couldn't get you up in the front row? I tell you.
Hey,
Supposing I said, JD, the governor of Texas is not doing his job. You heard what I said? See, I didn't know you were there. I said he's doing a great job. He's doing a phenomenal job. But now you're going to have a partner that's going to work with you because you didn't have, not only did he have a partner, he had people selling the wall, right? We had a fence structure that we worked on, the governor worked on with me. And I didn't love it, to be honest with you. I wanted a nice precast concrete, 40, 50 feet high, like a beautiful, could have been a T-shape, Y-shape. I love construction. I
yeah.
wanted that sucker to go up maybe 50, 60 feet. It would have looked beautiful, a nice Y shape.
Oh.
They said, the problem is, sir, they climbed that like a rabbit. I said, what do you mean? No way. They brought some of these guys out.
Don't
They
do
climbed
it.
it like. And the other thing is you hit it with acid and the thing was, they have things for concrete. So they needed very hardened steel, very special steel. And then they needed 7,000 pound concrete inside that steel, inside that steel. And then they have a rebar that's the toughest steel made. Very hard to cut. So this is why very little
When's
is
the
cut.
your afters at
And then
like
they put
I
an
think they're
anti-climb
coming to
panel on top. I
DC.
hated it.
For the
It's
after,
so
it's like
unattractive. And I said, why would
maybe
that
like
work? I don't believe it
5
works. And I went to
hours or
watch.
8 hours or
Control
something.
Gave a display. We had actually
So there's the after.
two sets of
He's
climbers.
holding a
The guys
after
that climb
party
up
for
walls with drugs on
presidency.
their back. I mean, they
So
got like
maybe
60,
that might be the
70 pounds of
last
drug, and they go
time
as fast
that
as you can
we
walk.
talk about
Bup, bup, bup.
like
Or we
politics.
have
And we're
Mount
talking.
Everest type
It's like
climbers.
you remember the movie
And honestly,
Agents
the drug
Cover with
guys
Matthew
were much better. I
McConaughey,
couldn't
and he's like,
The drug guys
I'm
blew
speaking
them
through
away.
time and like
But it's true, the
and
anti-climb
time
panel,
and
they couldn't get
space
around
and
it. They just couldn't. When
to
you
you,
didn't have
it's
it.
like
So
if I
sometimes you
lock these
sacrifice
videos in the
beauty for
future,
efficiency.
and I give it to my love.
And we had
This is how I was. I'm just here, and I'm showing the royalty because people.
that came down very
Trump
thankfully.
said he's
The chart
bringing
that came
common
down on
sense
my right
back.
governor.
Common
And
sense.
I
I've
looked
always
over
been
there.
here
I'm not
with common
speaking
sense.
right now. You might be
That's
speaking.
part of
You wanna know the
wisdom,
truth?
dude.
You, JD,
So
you've got a lot of great
I'm
people
over
in this
here,
world,
and
but,
I'm
it
just
was-
saying,
I got very lucky, but we
this is
had the
how
best numbers we've ever had.
I'm providing
But I bought,
common sense
happens
to
is when you
royalty.
fill it
This
up,
is
it's
a
like
royal
water. You
event.
fill it up.
Argentina's
571
champions
miles
of the
of
World Cup.
And they would
They're the
always
Copa
say, you know,
America.
when we renovated
And,
the wall, so there'd be like a piece of plywood
Trump is president.
sitting there
I mean,
60
I
years.
said in February,
A
there's
2x4
not much
sitting for 60 years on the
we
ground
can
and
ask
rotting.
more for here.
Because, you know,
We're doing good.
so
Where
you
it's
didn't
not
build a
so
new
bad,
wall. You
and
were building
that's
50
it in
feet up in the air,
February.
30 feet sections, 50-foot sections, all steel, all concrete, all everything. And all,
So-
by the way, they don't even want me to say this, but what the hell, doesn't take that long time. They were all wired for all of the equipment. We put wires in everything so they can
So-
easily wire for all of the different types of equipment. And if there's a doubt, we have to wire. Whenever we just look, you just find the wires all over the place up top. So we could just hook it up. We don't have to have wires on the outside, which wouldn't do too well, right? So anyway, so we built an extra 200 miles of wall.
Wow.
And the governor wanted to buy it. He tried to buy it. And then
Man,
we
I want you
sold it.
happy,
He wanted to
man.
put it up. So it
This
could've
should be a
been done in 24
congratulations
weeks,
celebration
200 more
speech
miles.
now.
Yes.
You're president.
When
You've
you do it now,
you're,
they just keep going
it's
further
all,
out, further out, further
you're
out.
just
getting around.
worrying. I don't want you
So
to
we
have
did
to
an extra
worry.
200 miles, and it was all bought. And they announced that
No
they're not going
worries.
to put it up. And that's when I realized they wanted open borders, and that's when I realized that people are going to come pouring through the wall like nobody's ever seen before. But you've seen it. A lot of you are here because of that. I made it my #1 issue. They all said inflation was the #1 issue. I said
It's
I
like,
disagree. I think
Trump,
people
you're about to enter the
coming
White
into our
House,
country
and
from
it's like,
prisons
I'm
and
streaming
mental
through, and it
institutions
looks
is
like
a
I
big
got,
issue for
I'm at the
people
White House.
right now.
I'm not gonna tell
And I made
you
it
we're
my
not.
#1. I talked about
So
inflation.
I'm not telling you
know,
what
how
our
many times
business
can you
is.
say that an
I
apple
just
is double
want
that
my
cost?
people
I'd say.
happy
And
everywhere
I
in
did
the
it all,
world,
but then I
happy,
go back to the
okay?
fact that we don't want
That's not much I can
criminals coming into our
really,
country. We don't want the jails.
I
Every
can ask
country in the world
for
virtually
in
being
life,
deposited
and
into the United
it's
States. And that man had to suffer with
like,
it. And he did an unbelievable job. I'll tell you, he
Thank
was a
you.
very popular governor, but now he's like an unbeatable governor because of your border policies. He was fantastic.
thank you.
And he really was. So. Governor
You
Abbott
did it.
he's a great man, a great leader. And
Thank you.
But it did make him very more. Did you do it? You didn't do that for politics. You did it because you wanted to do the right thing. But I'll tell you, it sure as hell worked for politics too. It's self-preservation. That's right. No, because the people are demanding it. The people of
It's
Texas
common
are demanding
sense,
it.
man.
The people are demanding it all over. So anyway, so we built it, and they wouldn't let us use it. They wouldn't let the governor use it, and other governors, they wouldn't let him use it. But he was the leader of the pack and did a great job. And then we heard about a month ago that not only wouldn't they let us use it, they were selling it. They were going to sell it for 5 cents on the dollar. Now,
Obviously,
5
I have
cents on the
other
dollar then,
clothing.
but
I'm
today
just
it would cost
deciding
more
that
than
this
twice
is a
as
royal
much to
moment,
build.
so
Those
I'm
were
wearing
like
the
6
current
years
World
ago.
Cup champion
And it was
jersey.
just sitting on the ground, and that does not do well for the whole
In the
thing.
Copa America,
It was just
it's
sitting on the
and
ground,
if I
and
wanted
I
to,
heard
I have
about it.
the
And I
Spanish
called the governor,
one,
and I called a lot
but
of people, the attorney
for the
general.
women, the Spanish
And
Spaniard women
Here's
one.
the story.
So-
They were going to buy it, and these are great business people. They were going to buy it for 5 cents on the dollar or less, and they were calling us up. We'll sell it to you for 200 cents on the dollar. In other words, it will cost you
the
twice
video,
as much.
it's
so
like,
it's
I need to
200
fix the
cents
necklace so
on
I
the
can get
dollar.
up here.
I
It
said,
keeps going.
can somebody explain that to a judge?
Like, I gotta
I mean,
sit
how
in this
corrupt
position
is
like this,
that?
so the
You'd think
cross
they'd
is
say,
showing.
maybe we'll sell it to you for 20 cents, 30 cents, but not 200 cents. So they were going to buy something for 5 cents, and they were going to sell it to us for a fortune. They were going to make it would be, they'd have it down that in Fortune magazine, they'd put it of the deal of the year, okay? You buy something like that. But it was so corrupt and so horrible. And when we told that to the administration, they didn't care. They just kept going forward. They couldn't care less. And they kept going forward. They knew that they were trying to sell it back to us. They would have sold it back to us. You would have ended up buying it. You would have paid probably 50, 60 cents. Who knows? But they were going to use it for scrap metal, but then they made a much better deal. They could just buy it and sell it to us for 15, 20 times what they paid.
So
20
because,
times.
like, if not, I can say like this.
20 times
like
what
we're
they paid.
sitting at that place.
And we wouldn't let it happen. And the governor with his attorney general, Ken Paxton, they made a fantastic, they're a good lawyer. He's pushed around pretty good by people. Right? I said, you got a great attorney general. They should leave him alone. He was with me. But Ken and the governor went to court, and a judge actually became incensed and actually called for an investigation. How could a thing like this happen? So he stopped it. So we're waiting to put that wall up. And now that you have a new president, that wall will go up so fast. The governor will complain, sir. This is Greg Abbott, sir. Please, the wall is going up too fast. Please don't do that. You know the story about winning. No, we're going to win too much. We're winning too much. Please, let's stop. People always love that one. We'll do this with the wall. Governor Abbott calls, sir, the wall is going up too fast. We can't take it. We just can't take it. No, I think you'll be very happy if the wall goes up too fast, right? But we'll get that dude and we'll work with you on that. But it was a great decision by a great Texas judge, right? And it was beautiful, beautiful to watch. We stopped them right in their track. I mean, they were literally loading this stuff onto trucks. It was terrible. Honestly, it was terrible.
Guys, I'm sorry. I don't normally bring bad news. I'm just saying this is the president
And I swear, I didn't know he was here. I swear to you.
After.
Sounds like a setup. I didn't know you
it's
were
after
Did I get lucky? I said the right thing. Because there were been moments when I wasn't so happy
now
with him,
it's
you
the
know?
after.
But not too many, I can tell you.
Then he has
So
an
anyway,
after
it's good to
party
see you
somewhere
too.
else.
Great. But I just want to thank everybody. You've been,
Thank
I
you.
recognize so many of you. It's so crazy. But this has been a long journey. This was a journey that started in 2015, probably started 20 years before that. People used to say, you're going to run for president? You're going to run? And I always said, no, I don't want. And then
Oh
one
yeah, I
day
remember
said,
those days. You were just a
let's give it a
businessman.
shot. And what I talked about then was the border.
Dude, remember those days right
Probably
before,
was the number one
like,
issue
there was
for
like,
me.
dude, is it possible that a
Back in
businessman can run for
2015,
president? And it was
2016, I
like,
talked
he
about
was
the
like
border.
saying, no, he's
And
true.
now I talked about the border, but
And
this
then
border is
eventually,
we fixed the border.
it became true because remember, we know him as like an appearance as a celebrity. And then they were all like, nah, the celebrity's not gonna run for president. He ended up doing that, and then now it's like he's the president. He learned how to be like a president.
Historically, this is a much
president.
bigger event. If that would have gone like it should have. The bad thing about it is some bad things happened, like a lot of people in our country that wouldn't be in our country right now. So that's the bad part. But I will say that it started in 2015, and right from the beginning, we went to the top. Day one, they announced Trump, and Trump went to number one and stayed there for the whole primary, and then we took on
That's
Hillary.
crazy, man. He's a celebrity billionaire that became president, and now it's like his
Very nice
mindset
person.
is only on
But we took on
presidency,
Hillary,
like
and we defeated
politics stuff.
Hillary, and then we,
I don't know. I'm not
did
gonna
much
talk
better
too
the
deep,
second
but I
time
think
in
about his
2020. We
mind
got
and
millions
body
more
and
votes. We got
his soul.
millions, like
And it's
10,
like,
12 million more votes
Would
than we
his
did the first
path
time.
been nicer
No
if he would
president
have
has
just
ever
stayed a
gotten that many
celebrity
more votes. I got
I don't think so,
9
because
million
he's
more
still
than anybody else
celebrity.
had ever gotten.
as president?
said we lost.
It's just he had to learn to
And
do
because of
politics stuff.
I said to Melania,
When
what do
he
you
didn't
think?
need, he was
And she
good.
said, you want to do
but-
this again? And had we lost, and had I felt we lost, I wouldn't do it again, because that's like the
Yeah.
ultimate poll, right? But I knew how well we did, and this time we made it too big to rig. It was so big. They tried. They tried like hell.
Yeah, they did.
But
I don't like that. I don't like that they tried that
they
hard.
tried to do it, and around 9:02 they gave up. Last time they did bad things, and this time they just said, you know, I don't know if you saw Mr. Speaker in Washington, they had placards, they were all set to march. They thought it'd be closer. A gentleman asked me, a very respected gentleman asked me yesterday, how come the polls were so wrong? They showed you winning, but not in a landslide. I said, because people that are true Trumpers are so angry at the whole polling system and at the writers, the fake news. that they don't want to talk to anybody. So when you call
Dude,
somebody from Trump,
I cannot believe
who are you voting
it's
for?
true. But it's
They
just
say,
it's just like
none
a
of your
king being
business.
announced.
I'm not
He's
telling
the
you.
king of the United States,
And that was probably 40% of the
king
people
of
they called.
England thing.
So they would discard
this
that
is
one.
and he
And
talks.
they
He
didn't
likes
show
to get things off the
And
mind, tell
then
people
when the election
what's really
happened,
going
the
on.
vote came, and it
So
was much
I'm
different,
here.
much higher than we're going to win. But
It's not
they
wrong.
thought
It's
they
kingdom
really
level
thought, they
things.
couldn't believe it. One man said, I mean, it was
That's
so much
just the
higher.
way
We won all
it
7
is.
swing states. We won the popular vote
That-
by
that's
millions of votes,
just
which is
the
hard
way
for a
it
Republican.
is.
I'll tell you who came through. The unions came through. The auto workers were great. The
Yeah.
Teamsters were great. The firemen were great. I think almost every union was great. The only one that weren't great, although Sean was great.
I got me some
and the
tea we
Teamsters,
can
the
have
head of
while
the-
you're speaking,
Sean
Mr.
O'Brien,
Trump.
the head of the Teamsters, was fantastic. But generally speaking,
Got a master jersey too.
against Trump, but the union would be with us for like 85%. Look what we did with the auto workers in Michigan. Look what we did with the
So we
Teamsters.
did. It's just
Teamsters
the
were
way it is.
unbelievable. They were a solid Democrat vote, and they voted for Trump. So we had a great experience.
That's how we do it.
Now we have to go to work and get it done because we have to do something that's going to be great. We're going to turn our country around,
That's what
and
I'm
we're going to
thinking.
turn it around fast. And I think this was a better speech than the one I made upstairs, okay?
Of course it is, because you're president now. You're the president
I think this
of the
was much
United
better,
States.
and I got to see my friend.
You're the president.
So, Governor, take care of yourself. You call me. We'll start
right.
working. You know what that means with him? He's going to be calling me tomorrow morning. At about
I'm not gonna
That's
call
it.
you tomorrow morning,
How about
bro.
next week? You call me and we're going to get it started.
Right in the morning, dude.
Really help you a lot. You've done a fantastic
Right
job
away like
protecting
that. I
something
mean,
that was just, it's not
goodness
supposed to
me.
be for the states. And amazing job you've
I-
done.
I
Thank you
just-
very much. And I want to thank everybody.
All right.
And I have a first lady who's been incredible. She's great. I shouldn't say this. I'm going to get hell when I say this, but
No.
her feet are absolutely aching. You know, those heels. And we thought we were leaving. We were going home. Sir, would you be able to go down and say hello to some of your other fans that are here? I said, oh, I didn't know that. Wow. Did you get to see pretty clearly the picture, I hope? Good. That's good. But because you wouldn't want to make the same speech again, right? But she said, darling, I love you so much, but my feet are killing me. I said, honey, let me just see how far it is. I asked the person. Oh, not that long, maybe 400 or 500 yards. That's 5 football fields. I said, can you make it? She said, we're going to make it no matter what. We're going to make it because we have to go. Right? Right?
Ain't moving that
And then we
fast,
went out to
yo.
the helicopter.
I ain't moving
Said
that
goodbye,
quick.
and it's a custom, and the wind is blowing like crazy, and with the hat that she's wearing, she almost blew away. We almost lost her. She was being elevated off the ground. She almost blew away. No, so we all appreciate it because she's been a great first lady, a beautiful and a great first lady, and they love our first lady. You know, JD, whenever I make a speech, I see hundreds of times, we love our first lady, and they do, and they should. She's great. So I just want to thank you very much.
You're
I just
welcome.
want to thank everybody. And I
got
felt
it.
that, I said to JD, should we give her the A treatment, the B treatment, the C, the D, or the F? You know what the F is? Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here. Bye-bye. I gave you the A+ treatment. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you, Governor. Thank you all very
You're
much.
welcome.
Appreciate it.
Got it. You got it.